Hey everyone, I just wanted to discuss these little oil-filled, in air quotes, shocks that they're selling for the WPL trucks. I just got mine in the mail, and they look nice, and they travel nice and straight. You know, they're not sloppy in that regard because they got a nice long section that's here that's guiding the shaft. But we're talking about a ridiculously small amount of travel. I measured it, and it's about 0.3, so a little over a quarter inch of travel. Your stock shocks on your WPL has about 0.52 of travel. Now granted, they're sloppy and they slot back and forth and stuff, but you do not want these shocks. You do not fall prey to these little air quote oil-filled shocks. They are not dampened. There is no piston with the holes in it traveling through the oil to dampen the suspension, which is what we want, and enough travel to allow our suspension to articulate the way we like. So here is an oil-filled shock that I have from an old RC car of mine, and look at that. Look at that. Nice and smooth. So you want it to rebound. You know, you want it to rebound slowly, compress slowly. There's actually a piston inside this shock. I keep dropping it. Piston inside this shock sliding through the oil. It's oil filled for reals. And look at all the, look at all the travel. You know, definitely enough travel for this shock, or for this vehicle. And it's physically shorter than this WPL supposed shock. You can see how much longer the shock shaft is on this little blue shock. And this shock I got off an RC car that I bought, 15 years ago or something. So they're definitely out there. This is a 60 millimeter shock. I think this is like probably a 70 millimeter shock. So those are the measurements you're looking for. The little mounts that they sell for these, maybe pick up those. I've got those in the bag right here. So these little mounts, those are kind of cool, They give you all the placements, they raise the shock up and all that, but these shocks are just garbage. So, in my opinion, I want oil-filled shocks to actually, there is oil inside there just to lubricate that spring inside there. But we're talking, what a difference in travel. You can see between the two here, like I said, for the WPL shock to be longer and to stop that much earlier, I can compress that blue shock way more. And what a difference in feel. I'm going to try to put these blue shocks on there, and I'm going to search for 60 millimeter and 70 millimeter true, genuine oil-filled shocks. Look for shocks that have an external spring. I don't think there's any internal spring shocks that have actual piston and traveling through oil to dampen. So I haven't seen anything on these shocks, so hopefully this video gets out to everybody and keeps you from wasting your money on these shocks that are just a really shortened travel, version of the little spring shocks that come with your WPL. So look for real, true shocks like these. It's going to be so nice to get these on there. So everybody, go out there and enjoy your trucks, but don't buy this. I'm going to send them back because there's just, a quarter inch of travel. That's just nothing. So, all right, guys, have a nice day, and I hope this helps you out. Bye bye.